I found that if I make a stopover in Beijing, the ticket to London was almost half the price, so I might as well make a long stopover and spend a night there. Beijing. Oh, 我要買支水。lost 咗啦。睇下花生醬，21個半。老乾媽11個半，我喺日本買400啫，對幾多？唔知道。好大支油。我揾翻我要揾嘅嘢。有呢啲。千島啤酒，好耐冇見。有水鳥，枯山泉，好俾錢。202、209。Nice， 就係咁多，唔係咁平。 哎呦 ，shit， 气死我！ Since I didn't have much time, my plan was to spend some time walking through the nearby Hutongs, grab some mutton kebabs, and if time allowed, swing by Tiananmen Square. For those who are not familiar, Hutongs are narrow streets formed by traditional local homes, a unique neighborhood style that could date back to the 13th century. Nice. Anpingli Hutong.又上去。实用。这里进去吗？进去看可以吗？
出去
啊，进不去。
出不去，进去看去。可以进去。
啊，可以进去看看。啊，谢谢。
你是哪儿人呀？
我美国。
啊？
美国。
美国进去看。
啊啊。
看看北京百姓生活。
嗯。
是吧？看看中国老百姓的生活，进去。
很有趣。
我领你去。
哦，谢谢。
看看。
这里很多人。
很多人，还可以往里去。
再看一下。
看。
谢。
好吗？
啊，
好吗？
很有趣。
这院儿。
嗯，谢谢你。
不客气。
That was quite interesting, wasn't it? But it was more like a detour. Here in Liulichang, which was once a cultural center in Beijing, was a place I originally intended to go. 諗翻以前細個翻鄉下，鄉下古鎮區。嗰陣時仲係冇熱水，係要打井，需要打井上嚟。
这里面的路，这个上面上路挨路一路上路，就是
翻到嚟查一查歷史先。都係賣毛筆，頭先嗰間第一間都係。不過太夜翻上。
这个怎么样？行吗？
我也没出来，都在学别的东西。在学别的东西，想做别的。
没事儿，我说你们那什么，轩儿今天在家挺踏实的，你们也，我说轩儿今天在家挺踏实的，不急呢，我出来遛弯儿了，我刚吃完。
It's kind of nice. It's quite cool. 呢啲巷位真係令我諗起以前細個翻鄉下古鎮咁。
你猜嘛，你往后走多少？
还没去吃饭呢。
大概應該係咁樣，冇乜時間。好難打籃球嘅。
这是文官的，门都是方的，5官是圆的。这个院子里边18间房子，里边装修完了，改成民宿。
叫做书香门的起源在于这个。除此之外呢，是还有另一种，哪一种啊？就是像这种有门头，并且门口墩子是方的，看见没？对吧？那这户人家又是什么人啊？这户人家就是当时的所有的文官。
文化大革命呢，搞不是旧呢，叫你充公了啊。这就文化大革命后呢。
都好多 local 遊客。有個靚相機應該好多嘢玩。Hutongs definitely have their own unique vibe, don't they? I really enjoyed it. My next destination was Tiananmen Square, and I figured I could just walk there from where I was. It turned out to be the right decision, as I stumbled into a lively local neighborhood. 啲簡單啲嘅就好啲。先冇你呗，挺好的。Finally, I could see Tiananmen Square across the street. But as you can see, I had no idea how to get across. So instead, mutton kebabs on the way back to my hotel and call it a night.